We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the New Orleans Saints and the London Monarchs. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
They'll look to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown, Saints. Kyle Pitts from 21 yards away. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Murray. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Hey, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Second and 9 now. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 14-0.
14. Monarchs, nothing.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
These guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Murray now on first down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second down, Kamara. A very valuable 9-yard pickup, but now they're set up a little better here for 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here?
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. T. Higgins there to make the grab. And the Saints continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball, try and get things settled down a little bit. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, it's Mitchell. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
It's 4th down.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flushed out right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Second and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Murray. That's complete. Okurebunam. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Ahead of the chains now, second and 2. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Flush to his right.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. It's first and 10 from the 12. From the gun, Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The ball on the 8 still could get a first down technically. Second and 7. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Patrick Ricard taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Monarchs are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
The score is Saints 21, Monarchs 7. Jack Fox set to kickoff.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard
line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over. First down and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's second down.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
A final shot before half for Murray. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They fake the handoff, now Murray. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And down to the 29-yard line.
16 more yards. That's another London first down. First and 10 at the 20.
Murray now on first down. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they...
Here's a diving catch right side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flush to his right. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Saints are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent, though. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Out from the shadows of their goal line, here's 1st and 10 from the 11. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Room past the 20, and he's out right at the 25.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Monarchs 7. Will Lutz to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 75 yards. And the Monarchs are able to cut into that deficit. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving. Point after, right down the middle, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Monarchs 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return, Tremont Smith. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 16. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First down, Murray. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. And what a big-time play there. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Flush to his right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Kyler Murray, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Monarchs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Adam Troutman there to make the grab. And the Saints are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Monarchs 21.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side. They got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
First down.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the Monarchs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
42. Monarchs 28.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us,
touchdown, New Orleans! Kyle Pitts saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The line ready for their next drive. It certainly has not been the outing that they envisioned on their home turf in the divisional round of the playoffs, and they have been pushed around, and now their backs against the wall. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
now those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
On play action, it's Murray. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. Now for the point after. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Saints 49.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25. Let's go. Let's go. The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
trying to run down some clock with Kamara. 76 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll get this out to Kamara. And some space here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. He'll drop to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with an even 30 seconds to go, everything will come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Coming up on 2nd and 7. They run it again with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And the Saints season will march on as we say thanks for watching and so long.